We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Back to throw. Ward. Short throw to Smith. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Titans at 3-4 on the year coming into play, and they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down now, Sampson, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 13.
Looking to throw. Ward. Firing quickly, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Texans scoop it. There he goes, right side. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And I think the ball's out, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And
they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Mixon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measure.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Back to throw. Now the ball comes loose. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Samson.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Stays on his feet. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? He's going to air one out. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Play action. Here's Stroud. This one taken in by Stover. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second down and a yard. Mixing up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Ward trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd down and 6 now. He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Play action. Stroud now. Rolling to his right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they'll accept that penalty.
That's it, buddy. We're going to work. Let's go now. 76
Here's Stroud. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Looking to throw. Moore. Short throw to Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing now is Stroud. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A handoff to Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Okay, ready?
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They go play action here on first down. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders.
Touchdown, Houston. Garrett Wilson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that flag accepted.
Ready?
They run the counter. Sampson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Warrior 17.
Ward now to throw on second down. Short throw to Smith. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Ward. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Pollard will take it up the gut, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Muscles him off. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Option play. Here's Pollard shedding the tackle and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a give here to Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Texans come up with a late turnover that will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Nashville, good night, everybody.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. It's that G, keep it playing.